What is up, everyone? I'm Joe. I appreciate you stopping by the channel. Hope you're all doing well. I am doing much better because, well, here we are. We're going to hone a razor. So I'm at that point now with my physical therapy and strength and range of motion where I can start doing this. But this is modified from what I normally do. I have to have the stone pretty close. I still can't really reach out that far, but I can have the stone nice and close. I won't be able to use the faucet, so I just got some water here. And I had to spin the stone holder around so that the stone itself was closer to me. And I'm also sitting on a bench, so I'm closer down to the stone. So we are going to be honing Geneva cutlery. And I'm going to do, it's been a while, obviously. Put some tape on here. I'm going to do a one stone with this caudicle. This is a caudicle I got from Griffith. I was going to go through a full progression of synthetics and then go to a finishing stone, but I forgot. It's been so long since I've been down here messing with my stones. I forgot that my 5K and my 8K Shapton had broke. This is a while back, and I forgot that they had broken my other set of nano stones. That was a full set, 1, 3, 5, 8, 12. I had sent that to Reed. I had given that to Reed. So today, when we're done here, I'm going to be ordering some more mid-level synthetic stones. I'm going to be looking for a 5 and an 8, maybe a 3 and a 6 if I go with the Rockstar. I don't know, but we're here. We're going to give this a go. This is the first honing that I've done since my injury. So we're going to see how we do. The range of motion has been coming back very fast. So we are working on strength right now. My arm does fatigue, so if I stop periodically and just don't really do anything, just talk a little bit more, that's why. It does fatigue, but if I keep everything nice and close like this, if I don't have to reach out or anything, I'm able to stretch that out a little bit, so the fatigue isn't that bad. But we're going to see how this goes. Let's put this up here. A little bit of water there. All right. I tell you, it feels good to be doing this again. I really missed this. I did give this a shot early on, and I mean, I couldn't even do this. I mean, I was just, so this feels good to be able to get back to this. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. My heat just kicked on. It is a cold one here today. I've been enjoying watching everyone's videos. It's really kind of kept me motivated watching everyone else's videos. So I hope this goes well. It's been months since I've been on the stones. I figure if we're going to get back to it, let's get back to it with one of my favorite brands, Geneva Cutlery. I do have another one I'm going to be probably working on too. That was the very first vintage straight razor that I ever had. It was given to me by Peter Wandoff. He doesn't do too many, he has a YouTube channel, Instagram, but he doesn't do too many videos. He's not as active as he used to be on social media, but every now and then he'll pop in and he'll post something or he'll comment on something. Not really counting anything here. I'm really just seeing if I could pick up the feel again, if I can remember the feel. No, we gotta stop here for a second. It's already starting to fatigue. I usually just give it like a few seconds to kind of relax and calm down, and then I can start doing stuff again. Frustrating still, but you know, I can't, we're making progress, and you know, if it's gonna take me twice as long to hone a razor because I have to stop, then you know, so be it. That's what I'll do. I'm just excited that I can be back on here. Start thinning this out a little bit. This camera angle looks a little off too. It's because I had to make a bunch of adjustments where I'm placing the camera, and because everything is so close to me, I have everything down here, so this whole thing there's really not much there. I might, when I put this video together, I might take some of that out, or I might just leave it like this and you get to just see the whole platform here. I did want to use this bridge, but it's just a little bit too low, and just taking a break here with my arm. It's a little bit too low. I can't really get it as close as I can this, so going back to the old soap display box. A smaller stone holder. Okay, let's keep on going here. So my PT is going very well. working on strength, range of motion. It's not fully back, but it is getting there nice quickly. But this is the point, you know, where you've made significant gains, and then now you're going to start getting to the point where the gains will start to be a little bit smaller. And that's where I think where a lot of people get discouraged is you're making these really great gains and things are coming back, and then everything slows down, and at some point it's going to feel like it's not doing anything. But it is. And that's when you got to really get your mind right and push through. I know that point is coming just because I've been through so many of these things. I know that point's coming, but I'm ready for it. Doesn't mean it won't be frustrating, but I am ready for it. Just taking this nice and slow, nice and mellow. Speed is not a factor here at all. Never is when you're honing, especially now. Nice and easy. I'm going to do a little. I'm actually going to test this out real quick. Give this a quick check. Let's see. Yeah, it's looking good initially. Let's see what our contraband packing peanut has to say. Oh, that's coming along. Nice. Very nice. All right. All right. Contraband packing peanut. Can't get those in New York. Well, so far so good. I'm pretty happy with this. My first honing back, like I've been away. My first honing since my injury. You know, in all actuality, you know, if you think about it, this injury has shown me a lot. It's forced me to slow down and with everything. So you have to be more present. You have to be more focused on what you're doing, because you can't make the slightest mistake could have been detrimental to my shoulder. So you have to do everything very slowly. You have to really pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to what you're doing. And I think for something like this, it's going to help me tremendously, because I have to go nice and slow. I have to take my time. I can't, rush it. It's physically, I can't rush it. So we got a nice undercut here. It's feeling good. So like I was saying, you gotta slow everything down. So I've had to do that for everything, you know, which I think that's not a bad thing, especially, you know, nowadays, these days, everything is so quick, 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 rush, 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 and everybody wants to be the first to do this and the first to do that, and the first to get a video and the first to do that. And I'm just, you know, I'm not about rushing to get anything done right now. Because everything I do, I mean, walking up the stairs, I have to be mindful of what I'm doing. I have to pay attention. Just walking around the house in general, you got to be mindful of what you're doing, because, you know, you don't want to do anything to mess up my shoulder. Still can't lift anything. We've gotten to this is going to sound ridiculous, but I've gotten to a 12-pound dumbbell. So I am doing 12-pound hammer curls with my right arm and 12-pound regular dumbbell curls with my right arm. A lot of band work, which is, believe it or not, harder than you would think. That band work is something that I'm going to keep going with once I'm back to 100%, because I know that's going to be incredibly beneficial to my not just my overall health and fitness, but with my sports, my skiing and my cycling and my mountain biking. All these things are helping with things you would never think about. Different aspects of your posture that you would never think about, that I have to be focused on right now. Let's give this another. I'm going to put a little bit more water on here than I would normally do. All right, let's give this another minute. It's starting to get pretty sore right now. But here's the other razor. I think I've shown you this one before. This is a Revalo. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that in the camera. Let me see. Yeah. And it's from the Bellaro company. They were an importer in Brooklyn, New York. And this was the very first vintage razor that I ever had. It was given to me by Peter. That kind of kicked off my vintage New York straight razor obsession. Once I started looking around, I found out there's so many different companies. This is feeling pretty good. I think we're going to have a nice edge. Just based, on that initial packing peanut test, it looked really good. Just trying to look at this undercut here. Yeah. All right, let's thin this out again. We're going to take another quick little break here. Rest up again. I was thinking about doing a using the convex cuticle, but I wanted to get this one. I really wanted to work with this one today. I think I'll try the convex later on. I might do that. I have another razor that I think would be better for the convex, but these two razors today are going to work for this one. Another thing too I'm trying to do is keep my elbow tucked in close to my body, because that will help with some of the fatigue too. But we're doing good so far, so good. I'm pretty excited about this. Don't know if I'll get the other razor in. We'll see. All right, let's give this another thin. I'd like to do a little bit of running water sometimes, but we're not going to do that, obviously. I'm a little bit too far away from the faucet to do that comfortably, so. We're just going to thin this down to just water. I'll probably rinse the stone. I think that's what I'll do next. So I get through this, I'll rinse the stone and we'll just do some water passes. We'll call it done. Then we'll have to test it out. Now this video is probably going to be a little bit long. So if you guys are sticking with me here, thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Let's thin this down one more time, and then I'm going to rinse the stone and just do some water. All right, let's rinse this stone off and we'll just do some water passes. So give me a chance to rest my arm for a minute here. Why is it taking you so long to rinse the stone? It's a dual purpose rinse. Rinsing and resting. ones too. Why not? All right, let's just do some water passes and then let's see how this is. Stropping, now that is an issue, but I made those small bench straps over the summer, and that's what I'm going to have to use because I can't do that motion yet as much as I need to. So when I go to strap these, I'm just going to use those little bench straps. I do have one that has I think it's a piece of linen on it, or cotton. And I have a kangaroo leather. A couple of cow leather, so I think I'll be fine with those. All right, let's give this a little check. Let's see what we got going on here. I gotta put this down. Oh yeah. Popping the hairs right off. Nice. I think we're going to be good to go. Try this off real quick. So let me, I think I'm going to do it right now, but let me grab them. So these are the straps. So this is the cotton fabric one. So I'll just probably start with that. And I have these two here. And I don't know, I think I'll go here. I don't know, we'll see. But that's what I'm going to use to strap it. It's a good thing I made those. All right, guys. Well, that was pretty awesome. It's nice to get back to honing, even if it is maybe one razor every so often. Nice and slow. Got to take my time, take a lot of breaks, but it's nice to be back to honing. And I guess we're gonna have to give this edge a test, aren't we? All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.